Hi Cancer, happy December. This is your general reading for the month of December 2018. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not resonate entirely with everyone, but you can also check out my videos for your sun, moon, or rising signs, depending on what this one is for you. A couple disclaimers: I do swear and I also burp. It's just a sign that I'm channeling. So let's see what's going on with you guys for the month of December 2018. Jeez. Got cards flying out of the deck. Okay. We have a cat here who wants to be in your reading. Or at least wants to watch me put down the cards. Because it's terribly fascinating. Okay. Alright. So, first and foremost, we've got you guys as the Queen of Swords. You have a captive audience here. So, this is really you guys stepping into your power, making decisions, deciding if you want to cut anyone out of your life, cut anyone or anything, you want to move things forward. And it could be because you're experiencing some emotional sadness and disappointment. With the Five of Cups, it's often about friendship or relationship that went kind of sideways, that didn't really go the way that you thought it would. And maybe you're feeling kind of wounded or hurt because of that. You know, this is a big theme that's been coming up this month. And it could also be because we're still coming off of Venus retrograde even in December, because the planet Venus went retrograde from October 5th to November 16th. And then it's in shadow until I believe December 24th. So Venus rules love and relationships. And so it could be that you're having cords cut. Changes are being made. Plus Mercury in retrograde until December 6th. And then it's in its shadow period. So there's a lot of... It's been a really rough year of retrogrades, transformation, change, cord cutting, having everything go into the underworld and kind of clearing out the gunk and changing everything in your life. So it's been a little bit of a tough one, but I feel like you guys are going to be okay. It's just, I feel like it's also why you're moving into this space of like, it's time to move things forward. And so it could also be that some of you, as a result of this, have stepped into more of a spiritual, mystical, intuitive role and realm in your world, is what I'm hearing. Or either that or you're making a decision, because this is also the Two of Pentacles in this deck. This is the Illuminated Tarot, by the way, if you're curious. So some of these card images are combined. So this one is also about making a decision, possibly juggling two things at once. But I feel like it could be for some of you using your intuition when it comes to making decisions. And also deciding when you want to move something forward with the Three of Wands here in relation to this. Because the Three of Wands is about you've made plans, you've decided where you want to go, and now you're ready to walk through that portal. You're ready to build the thing that you really want. For some reason, what I'm hearing is you want to build the damn thing. So then you've got the Jack of Wands here. Jack of Swords here, which is about, I see this is a combination of the Page and the Knight of Swords. Page of Swords I often read as looking for new opportunities. Knight of Swords is you're ready to dive in for something that you really want. So with this, I feel like it's sort of a combination of both. You're ready to move forward, but you want to make sure you've calculated the right amount of change for yourself. You've calculated the right change that you want for yourself moving forward. And let's see, as far as what is sort of the base of what you're going through this month is the King of Pentacles. So this relates to earth energy, money, home, career, finances, that sort of thing. But also with earth energy, it's beauty, it's plants, it's life, it's nature. So I think it's really fostering that for yourself, finding your own stability, your own grounded center, It could be working with an actual earth sign, or maybe feeling more in your power and figuring out how you can do that. And it could be that you're coming out of your own tower moment. You know, you're coming out of a change. There's a victory that's on its way, because this is also the Six of Wands in reverse. So maybe something that, as far as the victory goes, maybe it's not happening as soon as you'd like, but it is coming. And you're going through a major change at the moment. And it could be that you're getting rid of a burden with the Ten of Wands here. So this is usually about carrying too much, taking on too much, taking on the burdens of others, taking on others as burdens, that sort of thing. And letting some of those go, you know, and letting go of the things that you have no control over, that don't benefit you by them being in your life. You can't change the things for other people, and maybe you've been carrying the emotional weight or doing the emotional heavy lifting for them, but it's not really getting you anywhere. It's not even getting them anywhere, because there's not a whole lot you can do when it comes to changing the lives of other people or changing the decisions other people are making for themselves. Okay, so as far as the future goes, got the cat on the move. We got the Two of Wands here, which is also about making plans. In this particular deck, it also feels like conversations. So, because the Wands also rule action and communication. So it feels like figuring out the negotiations or plans to move something forward to a culminating event with the Nine of Wands here, which is also coupled with the Sun. So making the plans, changes, building, kind of setting the fires in advance for the Sun, you know, for the ultimate recognition, success that you want to see, the culminating event for what it is that you want to build in your life moving forward. So something else that's influencing you, I actually feel with this card, just because of the way it looks too, it's some of you are actually hosting holidays this year or a holiday party. So it could be getting ready for that and opening up your home, because this is the Six of Pentacles, which is also about generosity. You know, this is about giving and receiving in, well, what I'm hearing is natural order, but it's also an equal measure, or as needed. You know, this is about receiving help when you need it and giving help when it's needed. So with this one, I feel that if you are holding a holiday party or inviting people into your home, making sure that you're in a position where you feel comfortable doing that, where you feel like any generosity you have is coming from a heart-centered place. It's coming from a place where you feel like, I am so happy to have this moment with these people and to share with them, you know, because that's really what this time of year is about. Because, you know, traditionally, the traditional holiday of Yule, which is what Christmas is based on, is a pagan tradition that is about light, abundance, life at the darkest and coldest time of the year. That's why people bring greenery into their houses. It's remembering that there is life and having lights, that there is light in the darkest time of the year. And gifts are that abundance this time of year. And with food, it's another way to celebrate, because, you know, traditionally people would have stored all their food around September, October, and that would be it. You have all the food you have that's going to last you until the things start coming out of the ground in what? April, May, depending on where you are, of course, in Europe. And I say that just because I'm talking about Yule, which is the European specific holiday. And so it's really about sharing what you have, because you have enough to give. And so if you feel like you can't do that, then it may not be the right idea. But I feel like for those of you who are really doing this, it's giving what you can afford to give, so you feel like you're not giving too much of yourself, that you're not giving anything that you're not in a position for other people to take, if that makes sense. And I also feel vice versa. If you're going to holiday parties or going to someone else's house, of feeling comfortable with what you're receiving, or if someone's helping you, feeling comfortable with what you're receiving from them. So it's about that equal give and take, but I also feel like it's about sharing. And then you've got the Two of Swords and the Hanged Man in this card, which can be about making a decision, feeling deadlocked, and seeing things from a greater perspective. So let's see. I'm going to pull another card, or it's just going to fly out. Okay. So it could be something when it comes to emotional abundance. And I don't know how that relates to you guys in the terms of sharing, feeling like you're at a standstill, feeling like you need to make a decision, see things from a greater perspective. So it could also be if you feel like someone is being stingy or someone is being a little too generous and kind of questioning their motives. However it relates to you, how does that relate to your own emotional abundance? Because it looks like there's something blocking that at the moment. Because the Nine of Cups upright is usually feeling satisfied. You have what you want. You're feeling grateful. You're like, oh my God, this is right where I want to be. And you're not feeling that way. You're feeling some resentment or some blockages there, which could be making you feel at a standstill. And it could be because some of you are starting a new journey. So if you're not feeling that gratitude and that sense of abundance, you feel like you're having a hard time making a decision, it could be because you're starting a new chapter of your life, so you're not in a position to do certain things that you want, which is, I feel like, totally understandable. It's okay. You know, maybe you can't give everything that you want or do everything that you want this time of year because you have to kind of watch, or some of you, I feel like you have to watch your weight. Other ones you feel like you have to. Other ones you feel like you have to watch your money. Some of you might be dealing with some conflict too, or a situation that's making you feel trapped or stuck. Maybe feeling some heartbreak, some deceit there. But what's interesting, what's influencing you right now are these two court cards. And these are also big themes this month. And it's about emotional maturity and also feelings of beauty and prosperity. So with the emotional maturity with the King of Cups, it feels like taking the high road in any case that you can, you know, and doing the right thing. And even if you're in a position where you're worried about money and you feel like you can't give people the gifts that you want to give them this year, it's about giving them something from the heart that's meaningful. So even if you're going to give people homemade gifts, I feel like it's a matter of saying it and presenting it in the way of saying, I wanted to make you something because I wanted to show you that you're valuable to me. So I made this almost from pieces of my own heart, if you feel comfortable saying that. And I want to give this to you because it is meaningful. This gift has meaning from me to you. And you can obviously change that to be however you want, but it feels like doing that and having no shame in that and not feel like you have to buy people stuff to prove that you love them, because you really don't. You know, love isn't purchased. It's given freely when it's real love. And if you didn't know that, you deserve that. The Queen of Pentacles, I think it's interesting because usually this is about financial prosperity and abundance and beauty and things like that. But in this case, I feel like it's really seeing all of the beauty that exists in the world and recognizing beyond the material. So it's also, I feel like, for some reason, flowers, there's a ton of flowers on this card, but it's really about flowers, seeing beauty and things like that. So I feel like if you, I don't know, I just keep hearing take the emotional high road. So however that applies to your situation, you know, see the beauty, see the abundance in life. And I feel like it will serve you, because whatever it is that's maybe making you feel a little bit of the lack of abundance, you don't want to be petty. You don't want to get petty. And I think you will thank yourself looking back for not going to that place. And then as far as the future goes, it looks like you'll be getting yourself out of a situation where you might feel stuck, maybe making a decision, finding some external balance in your life, then finding some emotional abundance as a result of that, perhaps a new relationship, new opportunity. But it looks like there might be some awakening or realization that won't be happening. You know, that's been coming up a lot in that position in a lot of these readings. And so it feels like there could be some culminating event that's happening that's making a lot of people have realizations or having some kind of wake-up call. Some kind of, yeah, I just keep hearing awakening. Well, there you guys are. The Cancer card. Chariot, it's also the Seven of Swords. So things are moving forward. And what are they moving forward to? Where are they going? Jack of Wands. So this relates to your ambition. This is the fire element. You could be working with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it's also that action, communication, and drive. So this is also about maybe harnessing a new creative opportunity, moving something forward in your life. Let's see if I can pull one more card on that. Got the Lovers and the Six of Cups. So it could be something related to children, working with your own inner child, making a decision or a relationship. Just a few options there. What I'm hearing is, you know what you want, now go after it. So I feel like it's that with the Chariot's moving, you know, you've got the horse-drawn carriage, you've got your ambition, you've made the decision, you've got your emotional abundance, you've got the things that you want, now move forward with it. So I feel like, yeah, there's not really much more to say after that. Well, I hope that you guys have a wonderful month of December, and I will see you again next month.